Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I just wanted to show you journal number 2. This is my second video take. The first take went really well, but the volume wasn't so good, so hopefully you can hear me on this one. This is my second journal, as I said, and this is a Disney theme because my family and I were trying a whole family trip to Disneyland, and it just didn't work out for me. Disney is no longer a good fit for me personally. So we're going somewhere else. The trip wasn't scheduled till next year anyway. So I am so excited to share this with you because I made this for my daughter. She still loves Disney. She's a big Disney fan. We all were. And I asked her if she still wanted her junk journal because I was going to make each of one of my children one. For the trip, for specifically for autographs and memorabilia and stuff like that. So here we go. Oh, this is the cover. I'm not sure where this is from. It's a sparkly black paper. I'm pretty sure you can see it. There you go. And it is so pretty. I believe it is Walmart's color block, but all the details will be down in the detail box below. So, oh, and this is a vintage Mickey. She loves Mickey, so I thought it would be cool. And she's older, so I did a little sophisticated cover for her. And this is so pretty. It's a sunset behind the castle. And this is a placemat, and it has kind of a linen feel to it. So just wanted to show you that and share that with you because I just cut it in half and used it as background. And this book itself was actually one of my son's workbooks that they sent home. And so when we were done with it, I was like, what can I do with this? And I'm all about recycling, so that's what I did. I just covered it, tore pages, glued pages, did whatever I needed to do. Most of these are printouts that I found through the internet and or Pinterest. And she loves Walt. I worked there for a little bit, so she just loves Walt, and she just adores everything about him. The fact that he failed a couple times, and he rose to such success, and he said was an inspiration. His movies are unsurpassed, and his values were just wonderful. This one says, sorry if it'll focus, laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, dreams are forever. And it's accredited to Walt Disney, and but you know how quotes are. Nobody ever knows who actually said it. Again, this paper is the color block from the Walmart paper pack, those $5 paper packs. And I'll find the name of it for you for the description box. And this is one of her favorite sayings, if you can dream it, you can do it. And it all started with the mouse. And this is one of those Disney paper packs. It's a Mickey Mouse paper pack. Mickey and Friends, I believe. And I just wanted a little extra page, fold out page, so I threw that in there. This came from a coloring book, a Disney coloring book. Again, I'll have to look it up, I'm sorry. And it just happened to have a cute little page, so I just put another piece of recycled paper behind it, yellow paper behind it, to kind of go with this side. And I like this because it said Mickey is swell, and we're kind of vintage people, so a lot of the images in here are going to be somewhat vintage because I just love the vintage look of things, the vintage Mickey and all that stuff. This one is Mickey Mania, And it says 50 things you must know about Disney's iconic mouse. And number 46 says hardcore fans call themselves Mickeyholics. Or Mickey's ears were dubbed one of the greatest cultural icons of the 20th and 21st centuries by Time magazine. This is just some gift wrap that I picked up from the library. Our library has a yard sale here and there, and I think it was around Christmas time, and this was a gift wrap that I picked up, and it was a humongous roll. And if I can remember, I'll snap a picture and throw it in here, because I still have this gift wrap, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, what do I do with it? I think I'm probably going to start just cutting the individual colors and using it that way, because it'll be too tedious to cut out individual hearts. And here it is in its fullness. And this just little Mickey ears with all things Disney printed in there, which is so cute. And this is a pocket. See if I have something I could put in there for you. That's just a pocket, and it's made by gluing some bags, a bag to the page. I think I skipped a pocket. Maybe? No. Okay. This is a lot of the characters from all the Disney films, as if Mickey was bringing them to life, which I guess in essence he did, because he was the one that started it all. It's just super cute. My daughter loves to cook and bake and stuff, so I threw this in here for her with these cute little cupcakes. You see, that's a 1928 Mickey stamp, but I know it's not from 28, but it looks really vintagey, so I love that. But this I was surprised to find, like an actual picture of Walt, or a drawing of Walt, which is, it's just really cute. It's not him in his suit as usual, it's just him as a person, kind of giving him a little feeling contemplative, I guess. This paper, I am not sure. I'll have to look it up for you. And whatever you do, do it well. And that's just a little flip card. I just thought this was super cute. Share your adventure. So I threw it in there for her to use as a journaling card. And I do not make films primarily for children. I make them for the child in all of us, whether we be 6 or 60. I've never seen a picture of him hanging out of a car, but I'm sure they exist. This is just something I found on the internet for another project, and I just went ahead and threw it in there. Like, I love to recycle, so I just keep most of my scraps, and I'll throw them in from everything. Like this, I believe, is from Chick-fil-A. I think it's a placemat from Chick-fil-A, and I just thought it was so pretty with all the polka dots, so I threw it in here with hers. I love this one. This says to Carl, in memory of the days when I produced Oswald for Universal, best wishes always. Sincerely, Walt Disney. And at the bottom this says, this sketch is perhaps the only image of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and Mickey Mouse side by side. Though the art was not drawn by Walt Disney, the written note most certainly was. In the years after he lost Oswald, Disney found enormous success with Mickey Mouse. The note to the head of Universal, which owned Oswald, says a lot about the state of each character, some 8 years later when this small illustration was created. And for those who don't know, Walt drew Oswald first for Universal, and Universal ended up retaining the rights to it. And so when Universal, when he separated from Universal, they kept it, which was sad, but that forced him into drawing someone else. He drew it on the train ride back, and he came up with Mickey. And this is just a little silver bag that I'm using as a pocket. I think it's one of those toner bags. I'm not sure what was in here, but I just thought it was pretty. It gives it a little color. Excuse me. And here's another sunset where they made the Mickey ears into the sunset. And this is so cute. I think it has to be one of my favorite parts of the book is Mickey and Minnie holding hands, watching the hot air balloons, which happen to be different characters. And here's what I was talking about with the vintage images from Disney. Your role in the Disneyland show. It says welcome. Mickey's writing on the welcome mat, which is so cute. And so my daughter thought about being in, she's always toyed with the idea of being a star at Disney. I use quotes because that's not really what she wants to be, but just to be one of the characters, I should say. And so I threw this in here for Disneyland Casting Agency. It takes people to make the dream a reality. And I just thought that was pretty. That must be on the door at Disneyland. I don't know. And Disney's calling me. Here's one of my absolute favorite pages, and it is not beautiful or astonishing or stunning or anything like that, but it is so cute because her brother painted this for her. He did all the watercolor painting for her, and I just thought that was so pretty. My daughter loves music. She plays the violin. We all did at some point, and so sheet music is, a big part for us. But I just thought it was so cute with the Mickey combining her two loves, or interest, I should say. And this is just the napkin that I made into a little, single-handed, that I made into a tuck spot. And this is a page I printed off. I think I actually printed it off for the boy, to do something for the boy, but I used it in here, which I thought was so cute, instead of just putting regular notebook paper in here, because we all like to tinker with drawing and stuff. So, and she tends to like Halloween. I have to fix that. Anyway, that's one of those napkins. I'll get a Sharpie and fix that in a minute. And I've already given it to her. She just let me borrow it back to record it for video sake, because I'm so new to this YouTubing. But I guess as long as I don't have to be in front of the camera, I'm okay. So this is the mini moods of Mickey, which I thought was super cute. And I just made that into a flip down card, which is a journaling. It's just a page I found that says notes. And this says, in this timeless land of enchantment, the age of chivalry, magic, and make-believe are reborn, and fairy tales come true. And that's just a orange page. Okay, so I told you she likes music, she likes Disney, and she likes pink, and she is a girly girl. So for her, this just applies. Like stardust glistening on fairy wings, little girl's dreams are made of magical things. She's not a little girl, but she still should dream big, and this just fell right in place. It's fun to dream. This is gift wrap, and then this was one of those coloring pages I told you about, and I love this one. it's wonderful what clever girls can do. And this is accredited to Peter Pan. And this is just a little journal spot I tucked in there for her. And she loves baking, like I told you, and cupcakes and things. And she tinkered with opening a shop. So I just made her a little tuck spot out of the shop. I feel like I'm missing some pockets, but we'll carry on. And this page is for love. And that's love in many languages, I suppose. And then this one says, when a guy starts talking about Jesus and you start getting all googly-eyed. And this was from a banner I purchased, and I just used it in here for her. And these are little tuck spots. If I can line that page back up properly. There you go. And these are the titles from different movies in their original fonts, which I thought was just really cute. It's really cute how they come up with these fonts. And sorry, there's a little journal card. In the pocket. Little pocket, actually. Little pocket. And it says, winds in the east, mist coming in like something is brewing, about to begin. Can't put me finger on what lies in store, but I feel what's to happen all happened before. And that is from Mary Poppins, one of our favorites. And it's so funny because the boy always looks at me like, what? Because he has yet to see Mary Poppins. He's just not into that stuff yet. In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. Snap. You find the fun, and the job is done. And here is Robin Williams, who's one of her favorite actors, or was one of her favorite actors, and Jeannie. And I hope you can see it. Jeannie's crying, and it says, you ain't never had a friend like me. You ain't ever had a friend like me. And the boy just kept asking me, well, why is he crying, Mama? Why is his head cut off? And so I tried to explain to him, because Robin was the voice of Jeannie, so therefore you don't see his face. And Jeannie's crying because Robin's gone, which is so sad. Sometimes things just seem so overwhelming, and it just makes you feel like you just can't go on one more day. But you can. There's hope. There's hope. There's so much hope. God loves you so much, and He wants you to live every day to the fullest. And I am not judging Him at all, because I understand some days just make you feel like the world will just not ever stop spinning around you. So I get it. But there is hope. Jesus came to give us that hope. And even for those who don't know Him yet, there's hope. Somebody loves you. Somebody will miss you. Anyway, Once Upon a Time, which is pretty. It's got all the princesses and their bows around the castle. And here is The Blue Fairy. This is one of my daughter's favorite movies. Well, when you were younger, you didn't have that many choices, but she loves to put this movie on. And every single time, this movie makes me fall asleep. And I love Pinocchio, and it's nothing against Pinocchio, but it makes me fall asleep now. I think she needs some glitter. Anyway, this paper is from a mini paper pack. I want to say 6x6 paper pack, and it's a Disney paper pack. That's just a journal card I threw in there for her. And this one says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3 and 5. Thought that was kind of pretty. It's kind of misty and mysterious. And this is just a notepad I have, and it says, hope shines brightest in darkest moments. And I got this notepad at Walmart, but I got it months ago. I think around Christmas time. And another one of those napkins, placemats, excuse me. And this is just some gift wrap. Okay, this is Mrs. Potts and Chip. Now I can say I did it on purpose, but I didn't. This is from using Elmer's. This was my second junk journal, and I was using Elmer's and inkjet just don't mix. And glue sticks never seem to hold for me. Maybe they're old, maybe they're, I don't know, but they just don't seem to hold very well. So I learned to not use Elmer's or wet glue behind the inkjets, but that was after the fact. Although I will say Crafty Irina uses plain old Elmer's glue, but she uses hers, I think she uses it throughout the journal. I'm not sure, but she uses pattern paper, I believe. I don't know if she uses any printables, so I'll have to check that out, and I'll have a link to her channel in the description box. But she makes her junk journals, and that's exactly what she uses. She uses just plain old Elmer's glue, because I went out and I got the fabric tack, and I was going to order the Yes paste and all this stuff to try to figure out which glue to use. I use tacky glue in most things now, and that seemed to work really well. It's not that expensive, but it's not as cheap as Elmer's glue, you know, like 25 cents a bottle right now during school time. Anyway, this is what some of the Disney characters would look like if they were humans. And this is Thomas O'Malley and Duchess, which I think is really classy of both of them. And I just found that on Pinterest. And what a perfectly beautiful little lady. And here's what she looks like as a human. I think it's pretty spot on if you look at those eyes. Anyway, oh, this is just a pocket right here, and it's Tiana. It's some Tiana bags, craft bags that I have, and I just made a pocket out of them. I glued 2 of them together, and that way she has double pockets. This one says Disneyland. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world, And then it shows the date of when Walt Disneyland opened, July 17th, 1955. Here's just a little card of Tiana and Naveen, And this, again, Elmer's glue, but this one's for my daughter, and she was still happy with it. And this one says Kiss a Frog. And this is a paper pack I picked up at Tuesday morning. I think it's DCWV, but I'm not sure. And there's Tiana. Again, Elmer's glue. And I'm just going to be authentic. I'm not selling it or anything, so I'm just sharing with you my fails, and maybe in doing so it will help somebody else. And then that one says Tiana's Place, which is very pretty, her little silhouette. And Tiana happens to be her favorite princess, so And that says, I never knew I needed. And this says, the evening star is shining bright, so make a wish and hold on tight. This is the Port Orleans Resort, and I guess that's where you can find Tiana. I haven't been back to Disney in years, so I'm not sure. And that one says, you're never too old to wish upon a star. And a little journal card I stuck in there for her. Just some pink sparkly. Journaling opportunity. This page is really fun. It says, Disney princess who aged into silver foxes. Sorry, hopefully it'll focus for you. Prince Eric, Shang, Aladdin, Prince Naveen. That's what they will look like when they get older. Robin Hood. Flynn Rider. And for, I wasn't sure if I was going to show it or not, but for Prince Philippe, they use Brad Pitt. And that's her if she was modern. And that's the last page. And then it's just note. What do you think about those? The end. The end. And it says, little sparkle wherever you go. It has a little heart for her. She's such a girly girl, like I said. And I don't know if it's picking up all the colors, but it's very sparkly. At one point it looks like it has pinks in it, and it has greens in it. It's just super, super, super sparkly. And that was just a super fine glitter that I put on there. And that's the last page. You know, the last thing you see when you leave Disney at the end of the night is the castle lit up after the fireworks have ended. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed it. Even my failures. I have a desire to make it look perfect because I'm going to have an Etsy store and I think, oh man, nobody's going to want anything from you. But truth is truth. And if we don't share what we did wrong with other people, then they feel, oh my gosh, I'm such a failure. I'm not doing this right or whatever. Life is not a Pinterest board. You only get to see the highlight reels, and that's not how it goes. Life is real. Life is messy. Life is hard. Life is difficult, but there's joy, there's hope, there's love. There is so much to be had and to receive. So I pray you all have a blessed day. God will continue to guide you and keep you safe and just wrap you in his loving arms. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.